So, how did week 1 go? Did you manage to get your 3 hours in? I really hope so, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. For many people, the first week is the hardest. You most likely found that the boat wasn't travelling in a perfectly straight line for those first few sessions. Don't worry about this. I can remember my first paddling days, and it was the same for me. It's perfectly normal, and it just takes a little bit of time to overcome. If you are zigzagging, the most important thing is to not let it frustrate you. Relax your breathing and remember just to move slowly. In our videos this week, we look at the setup phase of the forward stroke. This is the start of the real technical focus. Chances are your body may have never used many of the core muscles we use in paddling, so it's only naturally that you feel a little bit of a shock to your system. If you found week 1 difficult, you're not alone. Most people do. The good news is that it gets easier from here on in as your body learns and adapts to the sport.
The setup is the most important phase of the forward stroke. Get this right and you're going to be better than 90% of the existing paddlers out there. To set up on the right side, start by rotating your trunk to bring your right shoulder forwards and left shoulder back, like in the rotation exercises from last week. Hold your right blade out in front of you while sitting upright with your right arm straight and your right hand about chin height. Your left hand should be about level with your ear and out to your side with a 90-degree bend in your left elbow. Do your best to ensure you get a good setup between each stroke. The reverse sweep stroke is the exact opposite of the forward sweep stroke, starting at the back of the boat and sweeping to the front. To reverse sweep stroke on the right, start by rotating your trunk to bring your right shoulder back and left shoulder forward. Keep your right arm straight and plant your right blade in the water as far back as you can. Keep your left hand around the level of your heart and close to your chest with a 90-degree bend in your left elbow. The further out you can reach from the boat, the more turning power you're going to get. Place your right hand over your left knee and try to turn your body to look behind you. Now repeat it on the opposite side. Slowly lean as far back as is comfortable in your boat, as if you were trying to touch your head off the back of the boat. Now lean as far forward as you can in your boat, as if you were trying to touch your head off your knees. And try to turn your body to look behind you. Bring your head out and around to the side of the boat. Repeat this on the opposite side. Place the shaft of the paddle just above the cockpit of the boat or over your thighs, keeping it horizontal with the water. Grip the paddle as normal, but twist your elbows so that they are above your hands. You should have a 90-degree bend in each elbow. Call this the gorilla position. To do a low brace on the right side, ensure the right blade is parallel with the water and just barely above the waterline. Lean over slightly to the right, and as you come close to imbalance, punch your right hand down into the water. The blade might sink slightly into the water. You will need to twist it 90 degrees by bending your wrist backwards before pulling it out of the water like a knife. Remember that the difference between a sweep stroke and a forward stroke is the height of the top hand. The top hand is at head level for a forward stroke, but it's at chest level for a sweep stroke.